just discussing about your fish and chip shop,
Yeah.
and I am seeing on social media lots of places saying we're not ready. We haven't put anything in place.
Yeah. There's a lot of places in Southsea that I don't think are going to reopen. I mean, you've got Shenanigans, which is an Irish bar, but I mean, they're kind of a pub, but they haven't got that pub space. They kind of got a...
Yeah.
So I don't think they're reopening any time soon. Yes, it's...
Do you think it's a good way of resetting? Do you think it's a good way of places doing shorter menus so you focus more on quality rather than quantity? Focus on your products, focus on what you're good at.
I mean, that's what we did at Fish and Chip Shop. We had like a fairly decent menu.
It was delicious in the night, by the way.
Good,
I really appreciate it, and it was... We thoroughly enjoyed it. I smashed it a lot.
Did you?
Yeah. I couldn't walk.
Good. It takes you down.
Yeah. Sorry, Egon.
But yeah, so we looked at the menu, and we didn't want chefs sort of like, we didn't want that image of people looking in the window and seeing lots of chefs running backwards and forwards, crossing over, getting in each other's way. So we limited the menu. So we're at fish and chip shops. We sell like 90% fish and chips. So we focus on getting that product
and having a few other really good, tasty
add-ons.
Yeah. And that's worked for you?
Yeah, really well, yeah.
Brought your food costs down?
Yep, staff costs down, food costs down.
Yeah.
Less guys in the kitchen need to produce the menu.
We've been saying this for years and years and years as chefs.
Yeah.
You say it as a chef to an owner,
and
they go, oh, but we're going to miss out. We need to have a chicken curry on. We need to have 7 vegan burgers on because someone might look at it and not want something and go somewhere else. And it is the most ridiculous notion.
Yeah.
Yes, there are going to be 1 or 2 people who go, well, there's not enough on there for me.
Yeah.
But those people are never going to be happy. You will never please them. No. They're the kind of people that used to come into the pub and go, your menu's a bit small, isn't it? There's not much variety on there. Well, what do you want? I don't know. Oh, and whatever, they'll end up having a steak or a salad or something that they're never going to be happy with. You will never please those people.
No. I find if you go out your way to try and do something to please them, they never really...
You create a rod for your own back.
They never seem happy. Then you just get pissed off because you've done something especially for them. They turn around and say, it wasn't what I was after. And then but we as a fish and chip shop, we frequently get tables coming in when the restaurant was open, sitting down, look at the menu, stand up, and they're about to leave and go, yeah, you okay? There's nothing on the menu we really want. And you go, you've walked into a fish and chip shop. So surely at least one of you fancied fish and chips.
Or they've gone, should we go and have a look in here? They've gone in and thought they're going to get fish and chips for £5.
Yeah. Which we do at lunchtime. But
but they're going to walk and go, that's a bit expensive.
Yeah. There's a big stipulation now because fish and chips 100 years ago was a really cheap product. But you look at fresh cod and
shouldn't be cheap.
Now,
it shouldn't be.
No, it's not. It's not a cheap commodity anymore.
Why should it be cheap?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Why should you work your arse off for nothing?
Yeah.
Why should food be cheap? Good food isn't cheap, and cheap food isn't good.
No. But then you look at Domino's; they charge you £20 a pizza, and it's a bit of bread and cheese. So but then you begrudge
undercooked.
Undercooked, and you begrudge paying £7 for fresh cod and chips.
And then you can't shit for 3 weeks.
Yeah.
It's like having fucking rocks in your stomach.
Goo sauce.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And people pay it. People, they'll put 2 pizzas, and by the time you've added all your bits to it, you've added this and that and some Coca-Cola and something else.
It's only £42.
Yeah, exactly. I've deleted the app.
Have you deleted the app?
I've put the emails into my junk.
Have you?
Yeah.
And the text messages.
I know.
They seem to know just as you're getting hungry on a Friday at 5 o'clock.
It's 2 for Tuesday. Get you on a Tuesday. When you go, right, I'm going to be really good this week and we're not going to eat junk food, and Domino's goes, hold my pint.
Ping.
Watch this.
Fancy something hot and cheesy.
But fast food will always be there. Fast food will never change.
No.
And it doesn't have to be bad. You go to a Thai van, you go to a Thai store, you go to, any street food.
Yeah. And we went to the British Street Food Awards in London last year, and the quality of the food and some of the stands is outstanding. Just the food quality.
It's the corporations
that destroy it.
Sadly, everyone who does fast food gets lumped into the same category, the same bracket.
Yeah, pigeonholed into it.
And it's sad because actually street food, legitimate street food, vans, things like should have their own category,
Yeah,
and it should be street food.
yeah. And it almost comes back to the menu, doesn't it? That they're basically they're doing an item. They're focusing really well on the produce, the cooking of it, and selling that item from a small space, and doing a really good job on the finish.
Yeah, and I can't remember what the point was now. Fucking
Pigeonholed
pigeonholed.
stuff,
Yeah, pigeonholed.
No, but it's true. Yeah, people look at it, don't they? They'll look at a kebab and go kebab shop or a street food kebab.
Yeah.
I mean, I went at the street food awards in London. They had like langoustine kebabs.
Yeah,
I mean,
beautiful koftas and things.
Yeah.
Made with fresh meat.
Little
and
Chinese charcoal grills at the front of the van.
Teppanyaki.
Yeah.
I
Just
mean,
amazing.
teppanyaki is the most incredible street food, Japanese street food.
Yeah.
And that's unbelievably healthy.
Yeah.
It's chicken brushed with teriyaki sauce and chicken fat.
Yeah. Delicious.
Yeah, absolutely, yeah. And that's a million miles away from Domino's and Pizza Express and Pizza Hut and Pizza Express, but Pizza Hut and
Yeah.
I don't mind Pizza Express.
Yeah, it's not too bad, is it?
I don't mind it.
Yeah, it's alright.
It's inexpensive
Yeah.
and it's not the worst, is it? Zizi used to be all right.
Yeah.
I remember when I lived in Bristol years ago, 2002, 2003.
Yeah.
And there was a Zizi in Clifton. I think it was the first one in Bristol. I could be wrong there, but it was actually really good.
Okay.
The food was.
Yeah.
I think there was probably only half a dozen Zizis in the country.
Yeah. I mean, to fair, I quite like Carluccio's. All seems pretty. It was always decent. I always got a decent.
Never eaten in the Carluccio's, no.
It was a decent concept, You had the shop front deli where you could get Italian items and dry pastas and sauces and cured meats and stuff. And
Incidentally, I worked with someone who had a very interesting claim that she sold her meringue recipe to Antonio Carluccio
Oh, really?
for nearly, I think, 50 grand. He gave her for a recipe.
Yeah. Could have called me. I'd have given him one for 25.
Or get your army of chefs to recreate it.
Yeah.
It puzzled me. I don't disbelieve her,
No.
but I've never ever heard of a chef purchasing a recipe off another chef
Such large amounts of money.
for a huge.
They nobody give it away. I mean, I got a meringue recipe from a free Michelin-star pastry chef in Italy, and they just slid. I went, that's amazing, and they went, there you go, there's a recipe.
I've never heard of recipes ever changing hands for money.
Maybe it's a new way forward. Maybe.
Well, this happened quite a few years ago because there's those massive colourful meringues they used to do in the
that's
window.
right, in the window, yeah.
But I remember that years ago,
Yeah.
and I've got no reason to disbelieve her because she's didn't seem like an untrustworthy person.
Yeah.
It just seemed like a bit of a really peculiar.
It could have been a hidden Carluccio story. A black male gave me 50 grand for a meringue recipe and silence.
No.
So I met Carluccio once.
Not knowing, I don't know about Antonio Carluccio, but knowing who the person who told me the story was, I doubt that.
Okay.
Very much, unless it was bullying or something like that. But
Yeah.
I don't know why they would have a reason to just keep quiet about it. Or you'd say, I sued that fucker.
Yeah.
Or just wouldn't say anything. If you've signed an NDA,
Yeah.
you just don't talk about it.
No, that's true.
So it was a strange one.
Yeah, it's weird, isn't it?
It's a really strange one, yeah. Yeah, I've never. Yeah, you would just eat it, and then you go back to your egg whites, and you recreate the recipe.
Yeah.
You just keep playing with
just keep going, wouldn't you?
Keep going,
tweaking
playing with
it.
the quantities until you got as close as near as damn it.
I might do that in my next restaurant in Southampton. I might say, did you love this meal so much? Here's the
Yeah. Give me 50 grand for the recipe.
50 grand.
So what's happening with Southampton?
So we've
can we? Is this the?
Well, it's pretty.
Is it on the
undercover.
Is it on the
So
QT? Is it?
It's on the QT. Yeah. So they're talking to landlords at the moment. So
Okay.
just trying to recreate the fish and chip shop in Portsmouth, which like I said, it got to like number one in Hampshire.
With Ian?
No, not with Ian. No, Ian's quite happy in Portsmouth, so I'm going to
And do it on your own over there.
yeah.
Okay.
I'm doing it with someone else over in Southampton. So
Yeah.
we think there's a gap in the market in Southampton for a
How-
decent.
Go on, sorry.
That's right, for a sort of decent chippy, offering something a little bit. Our aim was always to take chip shops to that 20th century, level them up. So they've always been the same, haven't they, for the past 100 years? White stainless steel, white tiled wall, stainless steel, bought in fish cakes, bought in fish, bought in
Yeah.
batters. And it's always just a bit samey.
I think because of the price point,
Yeah.
it's working class chippy
Grub.
Friday. It's
Yeah.
that's what fish and chips is what it is, and you can only do so much to it before
Transform it.
you lose the heritage of it, and it
Yeah, yeah.
becomes
Yeah.
a fancy restaurant. So I think you've got the balance nicely down in Southsea.
Yeah.
You do the traditional fish and chips, it's great, but if you want to, you can sit in and you can have a piece of grilled sea bass, or you can have a piece, whatever. So
Yeah.
I think you've got that balance.
Yeah.
Rick Stein does the same. His
Right.
chippy down in Padstow
Yeah.
is really, really, really good. Sorry, I should be on silent. His chippy is really good. And he does the same. You know, you can go and get cracking fish and chips, good sized portion.
Yeah.
It ain't cheap,
Yeah.
and so it shouldn't be.
Yeah.
Um,
That's the problem we face, and people compare us sometimes. I think we're only like 50p for fish and chips more than the competitors, but we often get called the most expensive chippy in Portsmouth. But at the same time, it's good. It's cooked well on a good fryer, and it's good quality produce. And if you get fish and chips from a place down the road that's 50p cheaper, the fish is half the size and the chips are knackered, and you think, well,
yeah,
you're kind of paying what you get for. So
yeah, and you cannot. It goes back to what we were saying earlier. You cannot please everyone,
no.
and if you do, you'll end up in an early. If you try to please everyone,
Yeah.
you'll end up in an early grave.
Yeah.
Because what I found at the pub, you do, 1,000 covers, you're probably only going to really genuinely get 50% back.
Yeah.
Some people will say best meal I've ever had,
Yeah.
but then they'll go, I must go there again. They'll talk about it for 5 years, they won't go back.
Yeah.
Your returning guests, your week in, week out,
Yeah.
your bread and butter guests,
Yeah.
you'll find that's such a small, I don't know what the ratios are, but it'll be a very small percentage of your overall turnover of customers, your footfall for the year. I think our best year at the pub, we did 27,000 people.
Right. That's a lot of people.
Both you think in the summer,
Yeah.
it's just conveyor belt.
Just in out.
And we never dropped our standards. We maintained the standard throughout the year, and we just reduced the number of dishes on the menu in the summer down to 5 from 7.
Right. Yeah. Just cope with the load of
And
business.
cover, absolutely. And you condense it down to your 5 best sellers.
Yeah.
So you're not just getting slayed on one
Yeah.
dish
Yeah.
night in, night out. We would take fish and chips off for the
Right.
summer,
Yeah.
and people would think I was mad. But otherwise, you would just have 3 chefs standing there watching one man
Cook fish and
get
chips.
annihilated on fish and chips.
Right.
So we took it off.
Yeah.
And lo and behold, all your really good, your pasta dishes, things like that, they'd start selling.
Yeah.
Because some vegetarians will have fish. So therefore they go, I don't really want ravioli, so I'll have fish and chips instead. Bang, you're catering for the vegetarian market. The people who are like, I'm not sure, I'll just have fish and chips.
Yeah.
You cater for those and
The safe dish.
The safe dish. So we took the safe, it was the best thing I ever did. We took the fish and chips off the menu from, I think, March or April,
Right.
all the way through till October. And then in the winter, it goes back on
Yeah.
because your numbers shrink in Cornwall, but then people, we're going to go in there because they've got fish and chips on.
Right. Okay,
So it kind of,
Yeah. Clever.
it worked. It pissed people off, but
Yeah.
you've got to think about the bigger picture.
The greater good. Yeah.
The 2 people that go, oh, you've taken your fish and chips off, I'm really unhappy. They have something else, and they're equally as happy with it, or they don't. They'll just come back when you've got fish and chips on.
Yeah.
And therefore, we sold a lot more of everything else.
Right.
We went to selling a lot more 3 courses.
Yeah.
People didn't just come in and go, fish and chips, 16, 17 quid of fish and chips. I'll just have that. They went, oh, we'll have a...
Have a starter.
I'll have pork
Yeah.
for 15 quid.
Yeah.
Oh, I might have some scallops as well.
Yeah.
Oh, would you fancy sharing a dessert?
Starts
Just our
going up.
spend per head
Yeah.
went up.
Yeah.
The other thing we did was introduce a set menu.
Okay.
And everybody, including my wife, thought I was insane. $17.50 for 3 courses at lunch. 1 choice, 1 starter, 1 main, 1 dessert, like the French do.
Okay. Yeah.
So people were coming in, they'd say before that, a sharing platter between 2. That was, so that'd be £7 a head.
Right. Yeah.
Then they'd have a glass of something each. So we were getting upwards of about £10-12 spent per head.
Yeah.
Introduced set menu for 3 courses. £17 for 3 courses. People go, oh, that's wow, value for money.
Good deal.
Let's have a bottle of wine with it.
Yeah.
Let's have a large Chardonnay with it. Let's have a large Sauvignon Blanc.
Yeah.
We went from getting a £10 spent per head to getting a £27 spent per head.
Yeah, yeah.
Then they'd have a coffee because they'd turn it into a special occasion.
Yeah, it feels more like it, doesn't it?
Absolutely. And then it took a month, 6 weeks for it to soak in. So we got it out there, and then it soaks in with people. And then you get the repeat business from it. And then they tell their friends and they tell their friends. So I think it took a few months for the spider's web to start to kind of take form.
You have to educate your customers, don't you, sometimes?
Got to be careful saying that.
Educating customers.
Yeah, because you make it sound thick. You make them sound simple.
Yeah.
And lots of people are, say, educated. They just need guiding.
That's why guidance is probably better.
Guidance, and they need to trust you.
Yeah.
So when you're opening a restaurant, when you're first opening, you open your doors, you get a big surge of people. As you know, you come through the big surge of people, and they all want to give you their opinion.
The honeymoon period,
The honeymoon period. And you see so many places kind of become very arrogant within their 6-month honeymoon period. Oh, we're smashing it. Yeah. We're going to close every business. No, you're not going to close everywhere down.
No.
We had a restaurant open in Truro called the One-Eyed Cat. And they very much were of that mindset.
Really, yeah.
We're going to shut everyone down. We're going to be so busy. We're turning people away. They were great. They were really busy in their first few months.
Yeah.
But they never quite got it right.
Right.
Huge turnover of staff. They had 2 head chefs when they took over. Exactly.
This is a nightmare.
It was a complete nightmare, and then it kind of. I know one of the owners really well, and he had a fucking nightmare. He had a nightmare. In the end, I think he bought everyone out, all the partners out, and he turned it into a burger place, which is now Hubbox that we have here.
Oh, right, yeah.
So it's now Hubbox in Truro.
Right, okay.
Rich Boone, who owns it, is Hubbox. Originally was Hubbox in the Hub in St Ives.
Okay, right.
Massive Hubbox on the side of the harbour. I think probably out of all the burger places, that and Seven Bone are the 2 best in the country.
2 best ones, yeah.
Without a shadow of a doubt. Unequivocal.
Yeah.
And so Booney just was like, I can't deal with this shit anymore.
Yeah.
I mean, I think he pumped a lot of money into it.
Did he? Yeah.
And then, and now it's a really good, well-established restaurant chain.
Yeah.
And Rich goes from strength to strength. I know he's got a few more sites, which he was looking at opening before this all happened.
I think as a chef after fish and chips, having that one item to focus on and guide down to for quality. I mean, just a chef would just open a fish and chip shop, but within 6 months we're in a top 10 best newcomer in the country, and
because you're not a chippy owner.
No.
You've come from finer element of cooking, and you've brought those skills, that incredible skill set you've learned. You've brought it down to a base level of cooking, and then you can use so you get a good product.
Yes, you get
great batter.
Looking at different fish and chips, you're thinking you don't store fish like that. So we store fish like you would in a restaurant. We remove the moisture from the fish before it gets fried, and the batter gets. There's a lot of we test the batter every day, and then the test potatoes are coming on a weekly basis. Yeah, which has got the best starch, which has got the least starch. And
do you use is it White Bright? The starch inhibitor?
Yeah, what's it called?
You know what I'm talking about, all white.
All white,
yeah. The starch inhibitor.
Yeah. So I mean, it's got. That was the only.
You have to.
That was the only mystery for me when we first opened up.
Brown chips.
They went like that. This bottle, I went, what is that?
Yeah.
Dry white. Sorry.
Dry white. That's fine. Dry white.
We use 4 Seasons dry white.
Yeah.
Sponsorship welcome. And
did you get enough Friar? Was it Friar Tuck?
Friar's Pride.
Friar's Pride, right?
Yeah.
No, we've got Friar Tuck, isn't there?
Yeah, I think there isn't.
Yeah, the fish chip, something like that.
Yeah, two scoops of that, and it keeps the potatoes from deoxidising. And actually removes the chemical that can cause cancer in potatoes as well. Which
does it?
Yeah, there's a big
the carcinogens.
There's a big hoo-ha about 5 years ago about a large quantity in potatoes that can actually lead to cancer. So dry white removes that chemical that stops.
Well, it's starch, isn't it? It inhibits the starch, and starch turns into to sugar, and that's what caramelizes and makes chips go
brown.
dark brown,
Yeah.
and that's the battle we have in a restaurant. People go, your chips are too brown. We just get all the time, chips come out, chips are too dark. I can't do anything about it.
It's the potato.
We've washed them, we soak them overnight.
Yeah.
It's the time of year, it's been wet.
Yeah.
A wet potato, a starchy potato.
Yeah.
So it's an ongoing battle, I think, with chefs around the world.
Last year was a nightmare. The potato famine in England. Apparently, McCain said we nearly run out of potatoes. There was nearly a late August. They said they were going to. They started snapping up potato fields for like £250,000 per field, so they can carry on producing their McCain chips, and prices just went through the roof.
Like £20 a bag.
£5 a bag to £20 a bag, and I think we always cost out our dishes like any good business should, and we worked out we're selling 3 scoops of chips in a large portion. We should be charging like £9 a portion for 3 scoops of chips. It's just like, wow. We had to send a letter to all our customers explaining the situation.
Apologies.
This is just the situation, you know.
We haven't gold plated our chips. Just the prices have gone up.
Dusted them in truffle.
Yeah.
So but now back down to.
So with you opening new places in Southampton, when are you hoping to do that?
Well, hopefully the fish and chip place will be August, September, early September.
Wow.
All being well.
Right.
It's a large residential area, so we looked at town centre, which we thought with the COVID situation.
What's there at the moment? Sorry, what's there at the moment? Is it a restaurant site at the moment?
Or is it ex-restaurant site?
So does it require much work?
So its previous restaurants were there last year. They did a bad job. So there's about 6 units in a square within a housing development area, and they've all closed their doors.
Why?
Bad. There's two still open.
Yeah.
But the others just didn't do a good job.
Doesn't that scare you? Doesn't that worry you?
No.
You're going somewhere that... How many restaurants? So 4 out of 6 have failed.
Yeah.
4 out of 6 closed in the same year.
Yeah.
What do the other restaurants do? I'm grilling you now, mate.
Oh yeah. So they were burger restaurant, but they're pizza place.
Yeah. All owned by the same person. Or leased
individuals in the end. So yeah. So there's a burger place, pizza place,
right,
and I think there was a seafood place.
Okay.
I look back at the reviews of all their Facebook pages, and they're all like raw pizza dough. The pizza place they wanted to do a classic Italian pizza where they didn't use tomato sauce on the pizza, so they called it a naked pizza. So it's basically bread dough with the toppings on.
No lubrication at all.
No lube. No.
Get out.
So they just got bad. You've forgotten to put a tomato. I think catering businesses have just got to look at the general public, haven't they, and how they perceive their product.
Just stop trying to reinvent the fucking wheel.
Oh, yeah.
Stop trying to reinvent the fucking wheel.
So yeah. So I mean, I don't look. I kind of look what was there before, and I look at the reviews they had and the feedback they were getting. But the residential numbers, the ease to get to, the free parking is right next to the river. It's right next to the river,
okay.
So it's a good location. So I think put a good product there.
Yeah. And what's the demographic? Is it densely populated there?
Yeah, densely populated.
Is it crying out for another?
Yeah.
What 2 businesses are still open there?
So a coffee shop.
Yeah. So no competition there.
No competition there. And I'd have to have a look. I can't remember what the other one was.
Right.
Top of my head.
So the burger place went.
The burger place went. Bad job though. Complaint.
Yeah.
It went. I mean, it's like 2 out of 5 on reviews. It was just
right.
The attractive thing for me.
So you won't have to do much to put a good reputation in place.
No. I mean, if you're consistently pumping out a good product, then you gain trust.
Yeah, of course.
And I think after COVID, we're basically heavily basing it on keeping the takeaway section for all 3 businesses going in there.
Sitting people, you're taking all 3 over.
Yes, plan. Yeah. I know.
Fucking. I can hear those steel balls clinking, mate. Fuck. That's
wow. Wins, rudders.
Yeah.
I'm developing menus to cross over. You know when you're a chef and you basically write a menu and you think, right, that item crosses to that item. I'm almost working on 3 menus
with crossover
to each individual place. So like crab cakes we made at the fish and chip shop, but would be on the brunch menu at the coffee place.
Right.
And then work out financially how to. And
then have one space that pumps everything out, that does everything.
Yeah. Bring
down those food costs. Because the other thing is, I mean, takeaway makes sense. Because once you start seating people, it's instantly costing you more money.
Yeah.
You've got to staff it. You've got to clean it. You've got to.
Yeah.
The list is endless, and as the list gets bigger, the cost gets bigger.
Grows, yeah. I mean, there's been loads of apps come out during COVID for, obviously, there's apps now where you can queue up outside the fish and chip shop.
Yeah, smart queuing.
Smart queuing, type your order in, pings out the machine. You've already paid on PayPal, and then or whatever payment you want to do, and then it's gone through to the kitchen, pops out. By the time you get to the front door, your product's ready, and yeah.
It's 21st century. It's 21st century dining.
So it's reducing staff costs in that essence.
And the government need to move with the times. They need to relax where food vans can serve food.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, yeah.
The government, the council. I know they want to make money.
Yeah.
But if you can't park on the side of the road at South Sea Common,
and
sell food,
yeah.
and restaurants are closing in the town because they can't get the footfall through and they can't sit people together.
Yeah.
Ultimately, the government and the local authority will lose money.
Yeah.
So they need to rethink it. At the moment, it's an immovable object.
Yeah.
You I still find it crazy that in any other country in the world, you can contact the local authority, local council, and say, I want to, on a Saturday, I want to park over there and want to sell burgers. Yeah. And they say, okay, that's $250 for the pitch.
Yeah.
No problem. You go to that. Over here, computer says no.
Yeah.
You've got to put in an application. It's a 17-week application. Well, I've got to be applying to pitch somewhere in at Christmas.
And if you're doing 10 different pitches over a week, then it's just no, it's nuts. It needs to change. And you'd like to hope now of all the government easing up on pavement eating and stuff that they give us an American style
facilitate that absolutely, because you're going to create a different atmosphere. You're going to create a different environment. So if there is an area where 10 food trucks can go and park,
can you imagine?
It's great.
It'd be amazing, wouldn't it? Yeah.
It's great. You're going to create an outside area. You're going to create this a unique urban dining space.
Yeah. You think down the South Sea car park, right on the seafront. If you put 10 vans in there, people walk across the common.
From a Friday to a Sunday.
Yeah.
Or on a nice summer's evening.
Yeah.
You can wander down there.
Sit on the beach.
And have, a different variety of food. Rather than having to go and sit in a Wetherspoons, you can have a variety of food in a Wetherspoons.
Yeah.
But you've got to sit in a Wetherspoons.
Yeah.
Yeah. Cooked from microwaves, like ding, ding.
Yeah.
Sorry, got no medium rare steaks left. You can have a medium or you can have a rare, but you can't have medium rare because they come in pre-cooked.
It's
you know about that?
Yeah, no, yeah, we talked about it before. Yeah. It's just nuts. It's crazy.
Insane. Anyway, digressed. Off down the rabbit hole of
what could
opening restaurants, and so how are you going to find? Are you going to have a business partner down there?
Yeah.
So you're going to have two separate businesses with two separate business partners.
Yeah.
Jesus. Completely separate sets of accounts.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Paying VAT on two different businesses. How's that going to work? You go limited, I presume.
Yeah, of course. Yeah. I'm almost wondering the one in Southampton can make the food for the one in Portsmouth and then sell it to the one in Portsmouth and reduce the staff costs in Portsmouth. I don't think Ian would go for that, to be honest, but it'd be nice. If I'm making it anyway, it'd be nice to have an extra source of revenue coming in from reducing costs in Portsmouth and then having a better consistency from there.
Minefield, you're just going to be on the road all the time.
Yeah, I know. I normally am, to be honest. I clock some serious miles.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Jesus. And the M27 is
my rabbit run.
You're off.
And it's bloody locked down to 50 miles an hour.